Hi there, Maureen Chana here, founder of the Mindsight Academy and host on Lead to Excel podcast. I'm back with another scripture science teaching, and today's an interesting one. But before we get into it, have you subscribed to this podcast? If you haven't, click the button below, subscribe, and I hope you like this podcast so that at the end, or even before the end, you click on the like button. So, you know this saying, seeing is believing. Now, what if I tell you that that's actually not the case? That it's actually the other way around. Now, it all starts with a vision. You have a vision of something or a dream of what you want. The next step is having faith about that vision. And what is faith? Faith is your ability to trust in God without seeing. Now, when you've got the vision, you build the faith. Now, the vision as a Christian comes from God. A desire, a dream you want, your purpose, where are you going? Then having the faith to really trust in God to get you to that place, to achieve that vision. It's this faith that then gives birth to belief. And how this occurs is when you trust, when you have that faith in God, and you keep focusing on that faith, what it does is that it creates neural pathways in your brain that enables you, keep going back to that information. So you build the trust that I believe that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. The more you're repeating this, trusting on what God can do and what He's already done in the past, it creates the neural pathways that will keep reminding you, that will keep opening your eyes to also see the opportunities. And those wirings, the more they connect, there's a saying that neurons that fire together, wire together. So the more these neurons are firing, they are wiring, and they'll become so intricate and become your default, actually. And that's where the belief is then formed. So you can see that you don't have to see to believe. You've got to believe first, because it's the belief that then enables you see the vision in your mind. It's then you'll be able to picture it, and you'll be able to take actions to bring you to the reality of that vision. So the vision is created, then you develop the faith that creates the belief, and it's the belief that then enables you see it, first of all, in your mind's eye, and then the reality of it. So believing is seeing, and not seeing is believing. And it really comes down to the fact that it's about having a deep, it's about having a belief that is so deeply rooted that you can't help but keep going, keep pushing to achieve that reality of what it is you want, to actually enable it unfold before your eyes by the actions you're taking. And there's something that I always say, that your brain will answer the questions that you ask it. So the more you're building up this belief, and it then creates the picture in your brain about what you want to see, about the vision that you're then seeing, the imagination, creating the vision, and you have the path in which you're going to go, the actions you're going to take. That's what will really enable you stay focused, manage those expectations, be in control of where you're going, so that when the opportunities come, when your brain presents you with the opportunities, or when the opportunities come, your brain will enable you see them. Because if you don't focus on that thing you want, even when it comes, you're going to miss it. Because you're focusing on something else, maybe focusing on what you don't have, focusing on the problems or the challenges that you're going to face to achieve it, or focus on what you don't have. When you focus on those things, that's exactly what you're going to get. So it's really important to change that narrative and come back to the fact that believing is seeing. You've got to believe first. And the belief comes from the rewiring, because it's the repetition that rewires the brain. And the more you rewire the brain, that actually is what drives your behavior. Because when you rewire the brain, it then creates a behavior pattern in you. And that behavior could be taking specific actions. It could be learning a skill. It could be starting the business, taking a course, getting a coach, setting up a website, whatever it is, but staying focused so that you're taking the appropriate steps to get you to where you want to be. I would like to take a brief break from this enriching conversation to share something special with you. A quick question. Have you ever thought about how you could literally wear your heart on your sleeve? Or let's get brainy. How about showcasing your mind on your mug? Well, I've got something pretty cool to share with you. It's called the Mindsight Store, and it's all about giving your everyday a little extra oomph of brain power. So here's the scoop. We all know about the power of neuroplasticity, right? That amazing ability of our brains to change, adapt, and rewire. Imagine fueling that process every single day with stuff you can wear, hold, or just have around you. Mindsight Store is like your personal cheerleader in this neuro journey, but in the form of super cool mesh. We've got t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, and a lot more that remind you to embrace change. Mugs that nudge you to think positively with every sip. Talk about a caffeine boost, huh? And it's not just stuff, it's a lifestyle. A statement that you're all about that growth mindset life. Born right out of the Mindsight Academy, our little shop is your pit stop for that daily dose of inspiration. It's about more than fashion or a quick coffee break. It's about making a choice to feed your mind with positivity and power, to rewire your brain for success and happiness. Choosing something from the Mindsight Store isn't just retail therapy. It's like picking your brain's new best friend, the kind that says, "Hey, you got this," with every use. So whether you're jazzing up your wardrobe or adding some spark to your morning brew, why not do it with a side of brainy motivation? Trust me, your brain matter will thank you for it. All right, enough chat. If you're curious, hit pause, take a 2-minute brain break and check out the Mindsight Store. It's all about embracing the power of your beautiful brain and stepping out in style that says, "I'm rewiring for the better, one day at a time." And hey, don't forget to come back to the podcast after, because we're all about using that incredible noggin of yours to its fullest. Ready to rewire with everywhere? Click the link in the description below. Okay, let's jump back into our brain-busting journey. So our behaviors and beliefs can change, evolve, and strengthen. And we have the power to completely rewire our brain. And our behavior and beliefs change from what we give our brain to have. So the narrative or the story or what you tell your brain is what it will believe. And for a Christian, it's that faith in God that I can do this. That's the first thing to really get the brain in the right mindset. I believe I can do this because I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And then leading you to then going to achieve the reality of what you want. So I hope this has really blessed you, and I really challenge you to start putting into action those things you want, knowing that your belief is what would enable you see the reality of what you want. Bye for now, and I look forward to seeing you in another chat. We've gotten to the end of another enlightening episode of Lead to Excel podcast. Thank you for spending your valuable time with us today, diving deep into the intriguing world of neuroscience and leadership. Remember, the journey to personal and professional excellence is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And every step, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals. If you found value in our conversation today and it sparked insights or even questions, I invite you to share your thoughts with us. Please also consider leaving us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Your feedback not only helps us improve, but it also helps others find our show. Sharing is caring after all. Lastly, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. We have a treasure trove of insights, inspiration, and expert advice coming your way in every episode. And trust me, you won't want to miss a single one. Thank you once again for tuning in. Until next time, this is Maureen Chiana, reminding you to keep exploring, keep learning, and keep leading to excel. Stay safe, stay motivated, and let's live a life of no limitations. Because after all, you are limitless.